Me, John Avenger, once again, and this is my DVD haul. I got a bunch of DVDs for the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to show all of them to you guys right now. I bought a ton of stuff, a couple of things that I got something at Walmart last week, and I got a bunch of DVDs. I got a couple of them at Five Below and the dollar stores. So here we go. We're gonna get one of them. I didn't buy. I found this one. This is the first season of a TV show I never watched, but this is the first DVD, Mission Impossible, the TV series. This is only disc one because I found it, so it came with the first disc, and it's in decent condition. So at least I can get a taste of what the original TV series that spawned five awesome, well, five movies. Four of them are awesome. One sucks, but hey, the TV series, I want to give it a chance. It's got this one has 4 episodes, so that should give me enough to work with. And if I like it, I'll watch more online or just on TV. So that's not a major loss, and it was free, so I'll take something for free. Next, I got these five. This pack, I rebought it because my brother stole it from me last year, and I wanted it back because I'm a rebel. I want to keep the horror films that I collect because they're awesome. Horror films don't make people that watch horror films aren't psychopaths. Trust me. Anyway, enough of that. I rebought the Puppet Master films, at least the first couple of films. This one doesn't have Access Rising, but I could buy that again. This is the Puppet Master films. I really enjoy these films, except for Curse of. That's the absolute worst. Yes, they're low budget. Yes, they're not mainstream as much as Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but in their own little world, Full Moon did an awesome franchise. I like these films. I like the characters, Torch and freaking Pinhead and Blade and all these other characters. It's just a lot of fun. And the films have a lot of going for them. They have good practical effects, not horrible CGI. They got less shitty sequels than a lot of horror films that have come out recently. And I really enjoy 4 and 5. Those are the best sequels in this franchise. And this time I'm going to hide this someplace good where my brother can't steal it because I like these movies. Except for Curse Of. I despise Curse Of because it was so boring. It's tedious, and the ending is the biggest middle finger to the face I've seen in a horror film in a long time. Good thing it has no connection to 4 and 5 because it doesn't ruin those films. But I'd rather see all of these and Access Rising again than to see a remake. You cannot do better than Charles Band's stop motion animation and puppets. These puppets kick ass, and I'm glad I got it for $5 again. Next, I got this at Walmart. This was a 374 in the 374 bin. I love collecting these cheap DVDs because they're actually quality stuff, and it's a fun movie. The last good movie I saw with Cameron Diaz, Night and Day, with Tom Cruise. Yeah, this should have been the real Mission Impossible 2 because Tom Cruise is just crazy in this movie. He has the long hair. He's over the top. He's fun. And it's more of a comedy than an action movie, but the action sequences are pretty good. It's short. It's not 2 hours long. It's only an hour and 49 minutes. And like I said, this is the last movie Cameron Diaz made that I gave a shit about after the fourth Shrek, because everything she's done after this has been garbage. Sex Tape and freaking The Other Woman and the Annie remake and Bad Teacher. No, fuck all those movies. I'd rather see this. Here, her and Tom Cruise have a nice spark. They did work with each other in Vanilla Sky, so they have that. And Cruise is just a blast in this movie. The villain's lame, but I like Cruise. He's just crazy. He always will be crazy no matter what he believes in, no matter what he is. You know, the guy can act. Is he a good actor? Yes. Are his movies entertaining? Yes. And it's fun to see him in this movie. And I don't think this movie deserved the hate it got. Give me a break. This is way better than Mission Impossible 2. All that slow-mo and badly edited fight scenes and trying to be an Asian film that it didn't work out, and a shitty lead actress in Tandy Newton. No, fuck that. This is the real Mission Impossible 2. And I will say this right now: who directed this? James Mangold. I like this director. He can kick the shit out of J.J. Abrams. There, I said it. You know why? Because I don't give a fuck about J.J. He did one good Mission Impossible movie. It's his best film, Mission Impossible 3. But what I like about this is that he didn't direct it, he didn't write it, and this movie knows what it is. It's a fun, crazy action comedy with beautiful surroundings, a beautiful woman, a very crazy lead guy, and a fun film overall. And it deserved better. This deserved to have like 3 commentaries on it. It has a few features here, but it deserved better. It didn't deserve the hated guy. Mission Impossible 2 deserves that. Anyway, next I got this at Family Dollar. It was like $3. It's used, but I know I'll probably enjoy it for what it is. I'm not a fan of one of the lead actresses, but I speak my mind. That's why I'm here on YouTube, to speak my mind, because I don't want to be fake. I want to be real with you people. A guy thing. And no, you SJWs, fuck off. This has nothing to do with you. This is a movie with Jason Lee and Julia Stiles. Kind of boring, but I do like Selma Blair, so I think she's sexy. I always liked her. I haven't seen Hellboy, but there's something about her face that just turns me on. I saw her in the original Cruel Intentions with Sarah Michelle Gellar and Ryan Felipe. She stole the show. I thought she was just this, she was kind of like, hidden in, and she was kind of innocent, and then Sarah Michelle Gellar kind of corrupted her, and then she becomes sexual. And I'm like, yes, 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 yes. And I do like her. So, and I like Jason Lee. Julia Stiles, she'll bore me to tears, but hey, I'll pretend she's not in the movie. This is an hour and 41 minutes. It's a film from over 13 years ago. It's from 2003, and it might be funny. Who knows? I do like the Bourne films. I don't like her in it. That's the only thing. In the first 3 Bourne films, and the new one that's coming out. That came out. My bad. That will come out on DVD and Blu-ray soon. Anyway, this next one, a sequel. I've completed the saga until they do another movie, But I've completed the first 4 films of this franchise. It's one of the greatest action franchises of all time, and no, it doesn't need a remake because you cannot top this. And this movie got so much flack. It didn't deserve Razzies. Fuck you, Razzies. You don't deserve to even talk about this movie, much less shit on it for saying, "Oh, it's stupid. It's a cartoon. This guy's a superhero." This movie's badass. I don't care what you said. I know somebody on YouTube that I'm no longer subscribed to would agree with me. Wink. Rambo 3. Hell yeah. Give me a movie like this over the action films from today. No shaky cam. Peter McDonald did a good job directing it. Stallone in his prime. He's kicking ass. He says one of the greatest lines in this movie. He says, this guy's like on the walkie-talkie with him, and he's like, "Who is this?" And then Rambo's like, "Your worst nightmare." That's badass. That's not a bad performance, Razzies. Give me a break. This John Rambo is an ass kicking fighting machine, and Stallone in his prime. In the beginning, it starts with a fight. You don't have to wait an hour to see this movie have action sequences. It has great action sequences. Him on a horse going, "Ah!" That's awesome. I love that. It's so manly, and there's nothing that you Razzies can say about it. This movie is pure entertainment. Yes, the villain is weak. Yes, there's a kid in it that doesn't really belong in it. But I remember this movie, and I remember in my head, I saw this in college. Awesome freaking movie. I'm like, wow, they don't make action films like this anymore. Especially, pure adrenaline. Just Mechanic Resurrection is not going to be better than this. I don't care if it has an R rating. They're going to shake the camera, and it's going to be pussified. This is how you do it right. 1987, I was 2 years old when this came out. It's badass. And look at that. Rambo, even the back of his body is badass. It's like, man, I'm jealous because I wish my body was chiseled like that. But this movie's awesome, and I'm glad to finally have it. Next, I got this horror film for $2. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna watch it in October for the horror, fest. I'm gonna do a horror palooza. I'm gonna review a bunch of horror films I haven't reviewed yet, all kinds. All of them are welcome as long as I haven't reviewed them. And this is a film I think I'm probably gonna enjoy for what it is. Hey, I got beautiful women, gore, and a young Gerard Butler before he was in 300. Dracula 2000. I'm gonna give this a watch. I know. Oh, it's just one of the worst movies ever made. I don't think so. Believe me. There are vampire movies that bored me to tears. Like Twilight, which is one of the most boring things ever. This at least is going to have, it's an R-rated film. It's got some gorgeous women in there. You have Jennifer Esposito, a beautiful Italian New Yorker. You have, who else? Jerry Ryan, who was in Star Trek, I think, not Deep Space Nine. I think it was she played Seven of Nine in I think Voyager. She's really good. You have Johnny Lee Miller, he's there. Justine Waddle, I did like her in Chaos. Her American accent didn't bother me. And she's not a movie. Unlike Hobo with a Stick, this woman looks like a woman. Yeah, she excites me. Granted, she's South African, but at least she's not British. And in Chaos, I was like, yeah, there's something about her that I'm kind of drawn to. At least she has something. And she's the lead of this movie. And yes, you have Gerard Butler. They don't show him in the front. It's right here. You barely see him. He's in the shadows. And I'd rather see this than, like, any of the recent Dracula films I've done. And it's, how long is it? 99 minutes. So unlike Bram Stoker's Dracula, I'm going to check out, but I want to see this too. I want to give it a chance. It came out at the wrong time. It was like in the 2000s, when any movie that had the year 2000 on it was trying to be marketable like that. But I'm going to give this a watch. Sorry I'm taking so long. I just want to make this epic. Next one, this is a film I got for at a dollar store in Staten Island. I like the lead actor, the the Guild. Yeah, this is with Matt Schultz, Jonathan Banks, and Gabrielle Fitzpatrick. Don't know much about this film, but I'm gonna give it a watch. Hopefully it's decent. But if it's not, hey, it's a dollar, didn't cost me much. And last but not least, I got this at Five Below. Awesome deal, $5, two movies that I haven't seen, and that is I Spy with Eddie Murphy and SWAT with Samuel Jackson, Michelle Rodriguez, Colin Farrell, and LL Cool J. So there's at least half of the cast is pretty decent. And one drawback of this is that the SWAT DVD is the full screen edition. But hey, if the movie's decent, I'll get it on Blu-ray. I like to play by my own rules. And SWAT, I Spy is in both widescreen and full screen. It has a bunch of features too. And I'm going to give it a chance. Eddie Murphy deserves a chance. I've seen much worse from him. I mean, even the Nutty Professor, which got a bunch of box office, I didn't think was that funny. Fart jokes in a table scene for 10 minutes is not funny. It's not funny back then. It's not funny now. This, I should get some laughs out of it. And I like Owen Wilson. Maybe the action will be decent, and it's not too long. It's only 97 minutes. It's not going to make me suffer like This Means War. That was horrendous. That had horrible CGI. And two leads that just didn't work, and a girl that was just thrown in for the sexual tension. But here, yeah, I'm not a fan of Famke Janssen, but hey, I can look at her. I'll try to pretend it's somebody else. At least she's not on the cover this time. So I get lucky, man. I'm a lucky man when it comes to getting DVDs. There's I Spy, and there's SWAT. Yeah, it says full screen, but I'm gonna give it a chance. At least it's not a bootleg. I don't buy bootlegs. I get the real McCoy, and for $5, it was worth it. So there it is, people. My DVD update. I'm so glad I got to share with you guys. You guys are worth it, and I'm gonna see all these movies and that few episodes of Mission Impossible from the TV series because I'm psyched, man. I have a lot to see for the rest of summer and the fall, and I can't wait. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. You guys are awesome. I do these videos for you because I love being here on YouTube. There is no other place I'd rather be than right here because you guys are the reason that I do this, that I get up in the morning to do a YouTube video or just leave a comment. Because YouTube was just it was just kind of a hobby for me when I was, younger. But to me now, it's a big part of my life. And it's not just a freaking social network. It's a way of life, and it's a way of life that I've just grown attached to. And you guys are the reasons why. So thanks for watching. Hope you watch some of these movies. I would recommend some of them, especially Rambo 3. That movie's badass. Don't listen to the critics. They can suck it. Later, guys.